It is a dynamic time in the industry that Northrop Grumman operates in. We are certainly on a wartime footing because we've been quite active supporting the administration in operations around the globe, as you know, and at the same time working to build the capability and capacity that we need for the future, both as a nation and for our allies. So that work for us has meant expanding across much of our portfolio in the ability to build faster and building plants that allow us to have the capacity so that we can accelerate the rate at which we are building product and delivering them to the U.S. government.
Well, and on that exact point, obviously with the depletions we have seen in the Middle East, this administration wants to be rebuilding munitions. Specifically, they want them ASAP. And I wonder how prepared the defense industrial base and the supply chain is to meet that moment now, or if there are areas in which more serious investment is crucially needed. There's
certainly the need for more investment, but I will say that we have been investing. When you look at the work that we've been doing in our company, we didn't start this last year or even a couple of years ago. Certainly as we saw increases in national security spending, both by the U.S. and our partners around the globe, we started to plan for and build capacity for that moment. We just in the last 2 years alone have added 2 million more square feet of manufacturing space. We've opened those facilities they are producing today. I'll be at a facility tomorrow walking the floor, and it is a buzz with activity in our manufacturing plants today. So that work has been underway and is delivering results today. With that said, there is more capacity expansion planned because, to your point, the administration sees the need for far more, sometimes 2 times, 4 times the amount of capacity that we have in place at this moment.
Well, and when you consider what they're trying to ramp up, things like THAAD and Patriot systems, because we've been using them for air defenses in the Middle East, how much of that is about expanding a factory footprint versus being reliant on specific components like solid rocket motors being able to be ramped up quickly?
We build solid rocket motors, as you know, and we have seen that that area of the supply chain had limitations because in most cases, each weapon only had one company qualified to produce. And when you have an expectation to very dramatically increase capacity, one company trying to do that across multiple weapon systems obviously has limitations. So the government has sought more sources. And for tactical missiles, Northrop was not a primary provider. And we're getting the opportunity now to become a second source supplier for solid rocket motors in that area. We had focused more on strategic missiles, think bigger solid rocket motors. And now we are getting qualified to produce some of the smaller ones for products like PAC-3.